Hey everybody, it's Kenny K here again, and I'm bringing you a re-review actually that I did 8 months ago. Intruder, a slasher from 1989, but I didn't bring it justice because my audio was bad. I just started out, and it's actually my favorite of, let's call it, the end of slashers. It gets 6.1, not too bad. Gets 6.5 from me. Directed by Scott Spiegel. Liz Kern as Jennifer Ross. She's the final girl. Renee Estevez from Sleepaway Camp 2, Happy Campers. And Dan Hicks plays Bill Roberts. Sam Raimi, also in this movie, as Randy. Ted Raimi as Eugene, I believe. And then Eugene Robert Glazer as Danny. And then we have Dave, Bub, and Tim. These are just a few people that work there. You also have Bruce Campbell. Now, this movie basically made so much fuss that Bruce Campbell, back in the 80s, he was the man, right? He's gonna be in this movie. Now, actually, I think a lot of people are really angry and they watched past the fact that this is an epic movie. And Campbell fans were like, "What the fuck? You pieces of shit! You promised me Bruce Campbell, and they give you Bruce Campbell for 1 minute. 1 minute. They play the arresting officer at the end. Okay, so this is gonna spoil a review. Now, there's also a second thing they do wrong. So they Renee Renee Estevez. She's the first person to die. Um, okay, with a blade through the mouth, and then the poster of this movie shows you exactly who the killer is. Shows you who the killer is, and
I'm
they
sorry.
even try to put
There's
this
gonna
red
be one
herring
more
in,
killing here tonight.
named Craig Pearson, the ex of Liz, of Jennifer Ross, and he just came out of prison, but he's kind of obsessed uh, by her, and he's stalking her, and at some point
Bitch.
he starts a fight in the. They all work in this grocery store, right? And at some point they start a fight, and it's the most cheesy fight you'll ever see. I mean, these guys are doing karate chops, and they're with their legs, and you can see that there's like this distance in between, distance in between, this. It's it's such a bad choreographed fight scene. Oh my god. Oh my god. Eventually they pull him back. They push him outside, call the police, and he kind of disappears for a few, for 30 minutes or so, but he still stays around. This guy has a big problems. Now, eventually he becomes the hero at the end because our final girl, Jennifer Ross, that's the final girl, he will help her kill the killer. And the killer is, I'm already going to say this because you can see it on the poster, is Bill Roberts. He's the co-owner of the grocery store with Danny, but Danny has 51%, and you know the shtick. He Bill has only 49%. He doesn't want this store to be sold, so what does he do? He goes on a murderous rampage. He kills Danny by putting his head in the, you know, those staplers with the pin in, pushing his eyeball in there. Now, now personally, this movie, like I said, they didn't. They thought, oh, Bruce Campbell, Bruce Campbell. No, they looked past the fact that this movie has great special effects. The Ramie brothers are in this movie. They did the special effects, or at least helped, and they're so great. They're so great. Um, Sam Raimi plays the butcher, and Ted Raimi plays the guy who handles the fruit and things like that. But what I wanted to say, so sorry, I thought I saw something. Some my wife came home or something. But yeah, this movie has such a great special effect. There is this one guy who gets this, you know, this compactor, you know, to flatten boxes. This guy gets his head in, like, in, just like this, and you see him getting squished and all the brain matter, you know. You get a guy whose head is chopped off. You get a guy whose hand chopped off, and then put in the lobster tank. I mean, there are a lot of these kills. Sam Raimi dies with a hook in the back and put between his, you know, between the roasts, the ribs. Um, that Raimi dies while he has this earphones. He's listening to music, and then he's doing like this, and then when he does this, then hup, and then fup, somebody else chops in his head. You also have a epic scene with a saw, you know, one of those saws that, you know, if you have chicken legs and you want to make a fillet out of it, you just put it in there, the half of it, and well, the guy head is sawn. You see that half, and then put together, but like crooked, so you can see. Oh, it's a pretty gnarly, pretty gnarly. Um, but even the fact that they put the killer on the poster, they still wanna let it shine that it's Craig Peterson, but the police eventually comes over, these two bumblehead stupid idiots who don't do any good. They're better gone than there. And they say, if he's in the neighborhood, you give us a call. Oh, okay. This decrepit old police cop and this long ass Pee Wee Herman. Yep, you give us a call. I mean, okay. um, Now, Bill Roberts, he's actually a cool guy. He's always, you know, everybody's listening to him and listening to him. I mean, with his stories, and He's really concerned about his workers. He's giving them, good resumes. He's giving them, I know a few store owners. You can work there and this and that. So he's he's pretty. I mean, he said, "Hell, if I had the 51%, I wouldn't sell the joint." So he's pretty. I mean, he's a pretty good guy. But then then at the very end, when she sees him coming, she stabbed him in the hand with the paper pin, and but he bind his hand, and then he's calling the police. But then you see the hand, and then he's like, ah, and then he goes and he just pulls her by the hair, and he says, "Listen, listen. You've been a good employee, but there's still one more that has to die. I'm afraid it's me, you." Uh, that's how, yeah, it's like, "I'm afraid it's gonna be you." He's completely fucked up. He said, "I think the meaning was only kill Danny, but I think I got carried away." So, are you okay? Sure, Sherlock. Yeah, he's running through the halls with a sandwich, and in the other hand, a head. La 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 la.
Here comes fucking Parker.
Now this guy takes a
Walking
lot of
down nine miles,
punishment,
swinging the goddamn
stabs,
head by the hair in one hand,
cleavers,
and his sandwich in the other.
stabs, and a lot of punishment through the head, and eventually Craig Peterson helps uh, Jennifer to get this guy, but this, it's weird. This guy could fend off like 6 people in the most ridiculous, like I said, autographed fighting scene that I ever saw. But here he has problems. One guy, Bill Roberts, and he almost kicks his ass in the beginning of the movie. So for some reason, because I don't know, maybe because he became a sociopath, that he's stronger. I don't know. They have a harder time to kill him. So they're in the phone booth trying to call the police. They get the police. They're coming, but then he's attacking the phone booth, and again with a cleaver, and then I think he uh, her boyfriend is I mean her boyfriend or stalker basically is he was knocked out, but then he came back to his senses, and I believe he took like he hit him, and then a piece of glass punctured him. I mean, normally you should be dead, right? Normally you should be dead, and then Liz, Jennifer takes the cleaver and chops him a few times in the head. Normally you should be dead. So the cops come. They see Jennifer with a cleaver in the hand. They know Craig Peterson has a record, of misdemeanors, and who is in the car? Bruce Campbell.
Killed everybody.
And Bruce Campbell does the stupidest thing. He immediately arrests Jennifer and Craig Peterson, and lo and behold, Bill Roberts is still alive. He says, "They killed them all. And they killed them all in the store. They killed them all." There's even a scene where he has the head of Danny and he's talking, help me. And then you think, okay, Danny, you're alive. No, he just had his hand up in his head like a puppet, you know. Jesus Christ. Like I said, the practical effects are super great, super great. Sometimes you have these guys, these, I'm not sure who did the practical effects, and these are one timers usually. And now I'm guessing Sam Raimi and Ted Raimi had something to do with it. These are prolific, uh, special effects artists and directors. But yeah, these were just great. Tom Savini level, even better at times. So no, this movie is really good. I mean, it's a you've got so they have to work. So they get the bad news. They have to work all night, the entire night. They have to put stickers on, so everything is discounted on 50%, and they know they're gonna lose their job, and it's. I would personally be bummed out. I would be saying, yeah, "Fuck you! I'm getting the hell out of here." So, but they're getting a royal bonus check, right, and a recommendation. Um, so most of them stay. The only one who leaves is Renee Esteves' character, Linda. But she had to go pick up her boyfriend. But like I said, she's the first to die. You don't see it, but you see the kill happening. A butcher knife through the mouth, the back of the head comes out the back of the head. But the actors, they're not bad. The killer is fun. He uh, he's not over exaggerated by doing these. He's just playing with her, and I liked it. I liked that he was playing with her, and the the grocery store, especially when they're all getting offed one by one, is pretty creepy. It's pretty creepy. Um, and at the point when he killed everybody, he's putting them on display like somebody who he the guy that was squished through the trash compactor. He's the sitting there in a chair. Then the guy whose head sawn off like here, he's there, but his head is like twisted, so it's not straight. It's pretty gruesome. So yeah, the likes. I liked the acting. I liked the special effects, the practical effects, the kills. I like the environment. I don't think you ever seen a slasher movie that takes place, an entire movie that takes place in a grocery store. I think that's the first one and probably the last one. It's also the last really good one of the golden era of slashers. Intruder, yeah. What I did not like is that they used Bruce Campbell as a promotional tool. That was the only. I mean, okay, he knows Sam Raimi from Evil Dead, right? And he said, "Hey, Bruce, can you do us a favor? Can you be on the poster so just as a promotional tool so everybody would come?" And yeah, no problem. And that's what he did. That was basically his job. uh, that wasn't needed, and I mean, I'm I like Bruce Campbell, but I'm not the biggest fan of him. That wasn't needed. Then the super bad choreographed fight that he's 6 against 1 and he's roundhouse kick. It's so stupid. Like they're leaving at least a feet in between. it's it's super bad, super bad. Um, I actually thought Renee Estevez would be the final girl, but no, she's actually the first one to die. Well, she was good. She was a good actress. Oh, and then the fact that they actually put the killer on the poster. You'll see a picture of the cover of the movie, and you'll probably see. You won't see his head completely, but you can see he's wearing the jeans because he has this denim jeans jacket and jeans pants on, and yeah, so but in any case, Intruder, great movie. It's 6.5. It deserves a 6.5. It's really the 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 look, the special effects alone, and the story is pretty good. Like the Prowler, most of us look at the Prowler because of the special effects. The story is meh, you know. But this one, you can look for the special effects, but also for the environment, the atmosphere, the she. I mean, Jennifer is. She's manning the cashier, and she doesn't know that everybody's getting fucked up behind the scenes, behind the be in the fruit room, in the the meat room. I mean, they're all getting killed, and then at the very end, the power goes out, and then Bill comes there and he says, "There's a killer here. I think it's your ex-boyfriend, Craig Peterson. I'll call the police." And then, of course, she noticed because when she went to find people, she got attacked. She put the she had this, like I said, the paper. What's it called? It's the block with the pin in where you put receipts on. Blam to his hand, and that's how she know he was a killer, of course. No, great movie, great movie. Last of its kind, and from the golden age, the 80s. I recommend it. I, it's an A recommendation. So subscribe, please, for more fun, for more of these A-listers or B-listers or shitty listers. But see you next time, right? Bye.